Listen, this show sucks fucking ass right now. And everybody keeps saying, oh, bring Nene back. Oh, bring Phaedra back. Oh, bring Portia back. But like, let's keep it a buck. Y'all complain on every last one of their last seasons. So not near one of them hoes is about to say this shit. Can we please talk about it for the last time?
Let's talk about it.
I'ma tell these niggas, come on, you can eat it up. Ain't no need to listen, you can be all in these guys. I ain't explaining shit to niggas, that's ridiculous. How you left for one to get mad when they finish up? I'ma get some dick today. No, it's fine. I'ma get some dick today. It's a vibe. I'ma get some dick today. We outside. I'ma get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today.
Let's get into it then.
Wait. Now, I love y'all, and I love doing YouTube, but y'all know YouTube be on that bullshit, and right now, it's quite literally the motherfucking ghetto. And listen, if you know me from way back when, then you know it's two things about your girl. Number one, I hate being anybody's best kept secret. And number two, if it don't make dollars, it don't make Scott no motherfucking sense, ho. So with that said, the best way to help me help you and keep the fun going is to join the Patreon, baby. Now I know I've struggled with consistency and whatnot in the past. I get it. But listen, baby, when our creative fund is impacted, then that makes it hard for me to do the content that y'all love, whether that be story times, commentary, hell, even my motherfucking music. Like, it makes it extremely hard to do. So I'm telling y'all now, if you're only experiencing me through this platform, which is YouTube, then baby, you are only getting half of the tea. So head on over to Patreon to get the full Scott Santana experience. And also, because a lot of people have been asking me like, oh, Scott, when you bringing your story times back, oh, what happened to the laptop? What happened to those videos like from 2016? That channel that I had that I was doing story times on, that channel from 2016 is no longer. But here's the good thing about Patreon. Now it's 2023. I'm older. I'm 30 years old. Well, a whole different fucking gender now. But listen, how cool and exciting and fun would it be if I went back and I retold some of the old stories that you guys knew and loved from me, but from a grown and older, grown and sexy 30-year-old mature perspective? Like, how dope would that be? So make sure that y'all go down to the description box, you click on the link to get to my Patreon, and y'all motherfucking subscribe, ho. Definitely make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter, okay? Because I swear I be over there talking to myself. Like, I be live reacting and live tweeting in real time to the fuck shit that y'all be putting on Beyonce's internet. So definitely make sure that you follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with the engagement and what's not. And definitely make sure that you stream my music too, okay? Because I talk shit, but I also write hits, okay? So don't be dumb, bitch, because you ain't dumb, bitch. Back to the video. Okay, what's going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka Chi. And listen, we are back for another motherfucking review, recap, she-cat, whatever the fuck you want to call her. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck we gonna call her, because part of me wanted to come up here and be doing the whole reviews and shit for like the whole season or whatnot. But the season is not given. It's not given. And everybody on Twitter, y'all usual go-to is, oh, we need to bring Nene back. Oh, we need to bring Phaedra back. Oh, we need to bring Portia back. And it's just like, I want everybody to seek therapy immediately, because none of that needs to fucking happen. Especially when you sit down and you consider that Nene, as much as y'all love to go up for her iconic moments, we've known Nene at least about 14 years. And her golden prom days were her first 7. The last 7 years she spent getting on our goddamn fucking nerves. Portia, as much as we love her, after the whole scandal with Simon and Fallon and all of that was going on, she started getting on our nerves too. We saw her over on her own spinoff, you know, Portia's Fighting Matters, and we saw that, okay, Portia's a little annoying too. Phaedra, the girl got fired for being a fucking fraud and for not opening up and telling her fucking truth. So exactly why are we wishing for these people to come back? Like, please, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And I feel like right now, the fans are desperate. Bravo is desperate. Andy is desperate. And I just feel like, had people just listened to me a couple of years ago, because I've literally been saying what I'm about to say since like season 10, had the network and had people listen to what the fuck I'm about to say years ago, then we wouldn't be in this goddamn fucking predicament. Because right now, we're at a point where we have Marlo, we have Sanya, we have Sheree. And then we have Drew, we have Candy, and we have Kenya. And then this season is a little bit different because we do have new additions, Friends of Housewives. And we have Courtney. We have, yeah, we got Courtney, and then we got Maya. See how quickly I forgot her? Because it's furniture. She was there last season, but did you really notice? Did you care? This season, all of a sudden, they're forcing the friends on us. They're getting confessionals. We got husbands inside of the confessionals. We got, friends of the housewives getting confessionals. And it's just like they're trying to figure out what works. Like 1 minute you think you're watching Atlanta, the next minute you get in, Potomac editing styles. And the next minute you get in New Jersey style confessionals, where they bring the husbands of the family. Like, it's getting weird. It's getting weird, and it just feels like a bunch of shit is being thrown at the wall to see what sticks and to see what works, when really, it's really very simple. Housewives of Atlanta is going on its 16th season. I barely give a damn about people I met 4 years ago, let alone 16. What needs to happen is that even shows like Degrassi realize that in order to have some sort of long-term longevity, sustainability, you gotta shake shit up. And shaking shit up is not going and doing the safe thing, going and taking the safe route by adding, one new face, 2 new faces, because, we're so scared that we're gonna lose viewership if we just go and reshake up the whole cast. Like, let's just try to add a little bit here, but let's make sure that we keep our foundation, we keep the familiarity. And it's just like, that's long gone. That's literally long fucking gone. Like Candy, who wasn't even an original housewife that came in as a new face, is now considered to be the longest running housewife on Housewives of Atlanta. Not Nene. Let that sink in. Candy has ushered her way and grandfathered her way into becoming an OG, but technically on paper, Sheree is more of an OG of her, but Sheree is also the most fired and the most rehired housewife ever, really, but definitely on Atlanta. So when you think about it like that, and then the way that y'all keep trying to say, Nene, Portia, it's like, how about we get rid of everybody? Because at this point, what else is there to know? We know that Marlo is gonna do the fucking most. We know that she's gonna turn up, and she was honestly suited better in a friend role, okay? Because now that she got a peach, it's just like, it's just her as a friend, but times 20, right? And come on, she used the nephews last year and used that as a storyline. Now this year, she's choosing to use a different nephew as a storyline. So it's just like, y'all want to see family groups added, right? Y'all want to see family background details and this, that, and the third. But now that Marlo was giving that, because we don't like how it's coming across, we don't want to see it. But it's just like... Then we have Candy. How many times we gonna see and watch Mama Joyce go after her and her marriage? How many times we gonna watch Mama Joyce, cash a Candy check, cash a Todd check, but still get mad at Candy's husband Todd? Like, how many times are we gonna sit back and watch that? How many times are we gonna watch, Don Juan and Karma come into the scene acting like they not being messy? Oh, they not really doing anything. They not running to the tabloids and the blogs with all the gossip and shit, but like really they... If you know, you fucking know. But it's like, come on, like, how many times are we going to see all of this? Like, I know a lot of people complain about Drew because y'all feel like, she's delusional and she lies a lot, but so did Phaedra. And yet, every single fucking week, y'all make that bitch's name trend. So much to the point where now she's on a different Housewives-esque show and about to cause even more terror. Make it fucking make sense. Like, Drew came in first season real chill, then at some point she became unlikable, and then her second season, once she made up with Kenya and found the stylist, it was like, okay, you kind of realize, like, Drew, she might lie a little, she might shush the truth a little, but she's harmless. It's not like she's going around making up fucking lies like Phaedra was, so where, like, literally your whole fucking business could come crashing down. It wasn't like she was going around talking about, like, sexual assault or sex dungeons and shit like that. And then you have Sanya, who to me is like literally fucking furniture, okay? Because Sanya is good for having a conversation. The second that she's upset with somebody, second that she's mad with somebody, it's like, well, we're gonna have to talk about that later. Kenya, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. And it's just like, no, Sanya, let's have a conversation about you flip-flopping. Okay, let's have a conversation about you trying to become an opportunist on this show. You want to be in Candy and Kenya's good graces because they got the numbers and they got the, the title and the privilege with Bravo in the show. But you don't really fuck with them like that because if you did, you wouldn't be over there fraternizing with Marlo and with fucking Sheree. Which brings me to my next point. Then we have Sheree that has been here, then not been here, but been here again, then not been here again, and then been here, and it's just like, what are we doing at this point? What are we doing at this point? Like, y'all made such a big deal, even more of a big deal than Sheree was making last year about She by Sheree. We 5-6 episodes into this goddamn new season, and I ain't heard not one damn peep about a She by Sheree. It took Drew. Drew had to go and do a little podcast where she was, mentioning what Sheree had brought onto the reunion or whatever. But it took that little moment from Drew on a podcast in order for She by Sheree to have more than 2 minutes on this goddamn show. Other than that, we ain't heard a peep about it. But yet last season, it was all about, oh, I got to get the fashion show up off the ground. Oh, my line, this, that, and the third. I told y'all last year, Sheree was scamming y'all. Sheree been scamming since she been on this goddamn show. Since the beginning of the time, since she been on this goddamn show. See, what a lot of y'all don't realize is that this was never meant to be, like, I know y'all like to say, oh, Nene is the queen of Atlanta and da-da-da-da-da. It's actually Candy, but okay. Nene was the funniest, but it was actually Candy. But Nene may have taken the baton and gotten this show to where it needed to be, but it was Sheree. This show was built around Sheree's group of girlfriends. And it just so happened that Nene was the funny one. Nene was the draw. Nene was the personality. And so Nene became the face of this, right? But even since the beginning, you can go back to season 1, seeing Sheree in her dreadful fashions, fashion show with no fashions. And even then, she was fucking scamming. And then she done scammed and weaseled her way back onto the show for like a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time. And it's literally giving nothing. Again, y'all wanted that She by Sheree fashion line more than she did. She was just trying to do something just to have a storyline. And then now that we got this concocted ass relationship with Martell, okay, that was clearly set up. Not by Todd, but by fucking Carlos King, who is secretly obsessed with Housewives and all things Bravo. For whatever reason, the people seem to think that he probably thinks that after Andy steps down that he's going to be next up in line. Instead of focusing on his own show and watering his own grass, every week he critiquing Housewives, and it's just like, baby, let it go. Let it go. Like, Carlos is literally that kid that graduates high school and then comes back every other month of the new year. Oh, I remember when I used to, my favorite, it's like, let it go, baby. Let it go. Ain't you in college now? Why are you back at your high school every other day? Like, Carlos is literally that kid who turns down the opportunity to go to a Harvard, to go to an Ivy League school, to go to the community school, just so that they can be closer to home. That is what Carlos King gives. And so this little concocted ass relationship between Sheree and Martell, that, get it off my screen. Get it off my goddamn screen. See, if Sheree was smart, which she's not, but if she was, she would have done maybe a workout regimen, maybe like whatever Singh is over there trying to do, whatever Drew thought she was doing, drop it with Drew. Bitch, we should have been had a loser with Sheree, okay, a shredded with Sheree. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should have been fucking had that. As good as Sheree be looking, have y'all seen the whole Rip Me Out the Plastic I've been acting brain? Like, Sheree literally looks flawless in this new video that she fucking posted. Literally looks motherfucking flawless. And you would think that we would have something centered around her body and fitness, but Sheree is lazy. Sheree is a lazy bitch. Like, I'm here to fucking tell y'all. Like, I can read Sheree to a motherfucking pulp. Sheree is one of those boo shadow girls, and by boo shadow I mean really ghetto, but into labels and shit. So now they feel like they bougie. The girls is like, oh, I only shop at MAC. I don't wear Maybelline. I don't wear drugstore. I only do high end. Oh, what are you wearing? Shein? No, baby. We're doing the labels from Canal Street. That's what Sheree gives. Sheree gives Canal Street. Like, she want to be a big time drug dealer girlfriend so bad, but Sheree gives Booster. She gives booster teas, and so does her whole little sheen by Sheree. It gives booster teas. So y'all out here, asking what the line is and asking y'all like, cause I just be watching all the reviews and shit, and I just be looking at y'all tweets on Twitter, and I'm hearing about the things that's going down in Huntsville and her with Tiffany, and I'm just like, all of y'all care more than she do. Sheree don't even give me she like men teas. Okay, she definitely gives me lesbian teas. Like she don't even give me that she like niggas. Like, so she out here scamming y'all with these fake ass businesses and this fake ass relationship. Can't y'all see that Carlos King is in fucking love with Martell and is just doing anything to help Martell? And Martell clearly has some bisexual, pansexual ways about it. Like, let me not, future opportunities, let me not. But, girl, let me see. That was everybody. Senior furniture. Boring. I don't understand why she on the show. Y'all call Cynthia boring. What is Cynthia giving other than flip flopping? At least Cynthia added to it. You know, at least Cynthia was gorgeous. Not saying ugly, but at least Cynthia was something cute to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like Cynthia had a personality. Whether y'all want to say it or not, she had a fucking personality. Sonya literally flip flops. Literally flip flops, adds nothing. Not even one liners. Literally adds nothing and picks at any little thing and tries to make every little thing a fucking moment. Even with her fucking storyline this season, trying to come after Drew about what Drew was explaining on at fucking BravoCon. And notice how they keep fucking bringing up BravoCon, because clearly Andy is trying to get BravoCon to like really be like this mega fucking thing. But because I'm like, okay, they ain't never been so allowed to mention BravoCon or the reunion this much in my goddamn life. Any other fucking time, any other fucking season, they've always been forced to say, back when we was in New York. Now all of a sudden it's BravoCon this, BravoCon that. Oh, at the reunion. Like, so clearly, like, they are promoting the fuck out of BravoCon. But saying yet, no. No, absolutely, absolutely not. She's just as bad as Monietta, who they're also trying to fucking shove down our goddamn throats. And it's like this season, Monietta suddenly suddenly wants to have a personality. She suddenly wants to clock in. Okay, she suddenly wants to clock in, and it's coming on force. It's coming off force. Now, when Marlo's saying that doing her face, if I was Monietta, I would have ripped Marlo to shreds. I would have ripped that wig off her goddamn head. But it's coming off force. It's not coming off natural. It's coming off like, ooh, I gotta hold it down, or ooh, a producer told me to clock. It's giving very first season for me with Monietta. And then with Courtney, y'all already know she came in strong, bucking and can't, like, it's just not working with none of these girls. And honestly, I've been saying since season 10, what needs to happen is that either season 10 or season 15 should have been a reset season. Even Degrassi knew when, okay, it's time to shake shit up, bring in the next generation, right? I feel like what needed to happen is, or what should happen, season 16, there needs to be all of the OGs, right? All usher in a new girl, right? And we can let that be a transition season to where we get the OGs or whatever, and then that way they can test out like a legacy type show or whatever. So let's say y'all want to bring back the OGs. Okay, bring them back, right? Let's have Nene, let's have Phaedra, let's have Kenya, let's have Portia, let's have Cynthia, let's have Candy. Okay, let's bring them all back as a test legacy show. On this season, they all bring on an additional housewife, right? So technically, instead of 6 to 7 housewives, it would be 12 to 14 housewives, right? Because really, you have the OGs, and then you have their friends of that they bring on. Like, everybody's recommending one girl, and each girl that they're recommending is going to be the future peach holder, right? And then the OGs are going to back out as the mentors, right? And we're going to slowly watch that transition happen over season 16, so that by season 17, boom, it's nothing but the friends of from season 16 that we see, right? I called it a long fucking time ago. This cast should have been Portia, Kenya, Tanya, Eva, Shamia, Drew, Latoya, and who else? I feel like I'm missing somebody. And maybe Candy. And maybe Cynthia. And Marlo. All the young, fun girls. And it would have been enough drama and enough dynamic going on with that to fucking make it work. But I don't know. Who the fuck am I, right? But that's what the fuck I would do. I would call it Real Housewives of Atlanta. #New Blood. and have all the OGs come on with one additional housewife that they recommend for the cast. It could either be somebody that we've already seen or somebody brand fucking new. Like you could bring on an Eva or a Shamia, or you could bring on somebody that we don't know yet. But nonetheless, it would be OGs transitioning into the state of being mentors on the show, right? So just like how we had that position of friend of, obviously we're not gonna call the OGs friends of because of their egos and shit like that. They would be like the mentors that pop in and out to kind of help, you know, the new group adjust to the new sisterhood. Like, it's so many different ways that they could take this and like really reboot this and like really make it fresh. We'll see how Real Housewives of New York do. Okay, we'll see how that does. Even though I've been saying for the longest too, but nobody fucking listens to me. Instead of rebooting Real Housewives of New York, I feel like what they should have did was they should have had Real Housewives of New York and Real Housewives of New York City, because there's two completely different things between NYC and New York. New York is not New York City. It's not. New York State and New York City, two completely different things. And so they could have easily made that two different shows. Had the Real Housewives of New York State be for the older generation, and then have the Real Housewives of New York City be for the younger generation that travels to Harlem, that travels uptown to the Heights, that travels, you know, to Bushwick, you know, like, bravo. Hire me. I'm telling you, but like, if we keep moving the way that we've been fucking moving, these shows is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it, because the way that the ratings is looking, and then again, you got all these delusional ass fans. It's like, oh, bring Nene back. Oh, bring Phaedra. Fuck them. Y'all did not give a fuck when they was on their last seasons. Like, again, like I said, Nene, as much as people love to bring her up in her iconic moments, and baby, that was up to season 6 or 7. After Nene got off of Celebrity in Prison, she became a fucking bitch. She became a bitch. She was unbearable. Unfucking bearable. I will never forget the season where she was going around terrorizing everybody with her violent ass behavior. Then when she got called out on it by Dr. Jeff and all the girls wanted to have a therapy session, she ran off fucking stage and then skipped out on the season because she didn't want to be held accountable. I fucking remember. I also remember how that bitch sat up there and used her husband's death and her husband having cancer as her excuse to be a fucking bitch. Like, that's what y'all miss. That's what y'all miss. And then Portia is somebody who, yes, I do feel like should be back on the show because she hasn't caused as much damage. But we're not gonna sit and gloss over Portia running from the show because she didn't want to be accountable. Then she did. First of all, she was supposed to be on her spiritual journey, and her spinoff show was about to be, you know, showcasing her protesting with Black Lives Matter and this, that, and the third. Oh, I remember the promo runs. I remember what it was saying in the blogs, what the show was supposed to give. And then when we sat down and we watched the show, oh, we realized, oh, Portia's over here fighting. Portia is violent with her own family. Oh. And come on, Fraudra. So please stop begging for them three to come back. Because people complained season 9 with Phaedra. People complained the Nene's last season, okay, where she sat around and called her castmates house niggers, okay? I remember. I fucking remember. She sat down on an interview with Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked, and called all of her castmates house niggers. Mm-hmm. And then kept saying, they better watch out when it comes to the reunion. They better watch out when it comes to the reunion. And then when they did that little Zoom reunion, she tried to make it look like everybody was coming for her for no goddamn reason when she sat there and gaslighted them all the episodes leading up to the reunion. And people complained then. They are not going to save this goddamn show. But a cash shakeup. A total cash shakeup. Okay? Going from OGs to mentors and having each OG bring on a new addition as a new breed, the new blood. That could work. And then bravo if y'all too scared to just jump shark and just, okay, because really right now, again, everything is, we're going to see with this New York City reboot. That's really going to set the trend of what's going on, because y'all already see that they trying to make sure that, like, instead of before they do the Legacy show, they trying to do the whole Legacy reboot as a soft reboot on Ultimate Girl Trip season, 5? I don't know. Definitely let me know what y'all thought down in the comments below. If it's bring Nene back, if it's bring Phaedra back, girl, keep it. If I ain't say it, then it wasn't fucking said. I'm already exhausted talking about this shit because I feel like I've been talking about it for years and I feel like nobody is just fucking listening. I just feel like every other day it's just still gonna be bring Nene back, bring Nene back, bring Nene back, bring Portia back. Okay, well then go watch their shows. Ain't Phaedra on Married to Medicine now? Okay, watch that when it come out. Okay, Nene was on College Hill. Did you watch that? Okay, isn't Portia on that show with Tinashe, Stars on Mars or Mars on Stars? Or go watch their other shows and support them over there if y'all miss them that motherfucking bad. But other than that, they're not going to save Housewives of Atlanta because we already know these bitches. We already know them. And they little comedic one-liners is not enough 15, 16 years into reality TV and doing this shit. Especially at a point in time where so many people are tired of reality TV, period. It's like we want something new. We want new, fresh stories, perspectives, like new people. Hell, cast Monica. Cast Tamar. Like, if it's going to be people that we know, cast people that we haven't seen in an Atlanta Housewives type of spotlight. Okay? Like, and if we're going to bring people back who didn't really get a fucking fair chance, like a Eva, like a Tanya, like a Shamari, like, I don't know. Let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comment box below. If I didn't say it, then it was a motherfucking sad hoe, okay? And I love each and every one of y'all. And each motherfucking Z-Boo. Y'all like the new setup? Listen, life update coming, because y'all asked, and girl, we're going to deliver at some point. At some motherfucking point. Make sure you stream the new music. Make sure you support the motherfucking Patreon. And I'll see you in the next one. And again, if I didn't say it, then it was a sad hoe. So don't go putting words in my mouth. Bye.
Baby, we don't have time to waste. I'm trying to